Good morning, class. Welcome back to our online class today. So it's me again, teacher Kunki, right? So as you know already, what day is today, everyone? Great. So today is Friday, August 14, 2020, right? So as you know already, for the first session every Friday, we're going to study our book is listening starter 2, right? Okay, so teacher hope that you have this book right now on your table, and don't forget your notebook and your pen. So now let's move to the next one with teacher. Okay, so today we will continue our lesson that in our book listening starter 2, that unit 12, that we talk about volunteer work. So teacher want you to open your book right now on page 82 with teacher all together. Okay, so now let's move to the next one. Okay, so before we start our lesson for today, so teacher has 3 questions to ask you. So the first one is, where do you want to volunteer? So as you know already, where we talk about the place. So you need to tell teacher that where is the place that you want to volunteer. So as you know already, the place that you want to volunteer, we have a lot like organization or hospital, right? Okay, so you need to find the place that you want to volunteer. And number 2, how would you do it? How would you do it? It's mean like, how can you do it, right? Okay, so you need to try to teacher also. So you can what? You can have the people, you can wash something, you can clean the trash, something like that. Okay, and number 3, the question is, when can you do it? So when can you do it is talk about the day that you can do it, like Saturday, every weekend, or every day, right? Okay, so teacher has 3 questions for you today. So you need to write down this one into your notebook, and don't forget to send your answer to teacher by personal telegram, right? Okay, so right now let's move to our next video. Okay, so this one is the place for volunteer work, right? That I show you right now, that the first one, the place that you can volunteer work, like national park, Red Cross organization, animal resource shelters, farm, or hospital, right? As you know already, national park, you can volunteer there as the person that clean the area around there, like grass, or pick up the trash from the land, right? Okay, and the Red Cross is the person that can help the country, right? And organization, you can work there also as a person help the older people, or you can help the poor people that they don't have anything over there. That's why they need to go to organization. And another one is animal resource shelter. Is mean like you ask the person take care of the animal, right? And the farm is mean like you can help the people to do the farm or to feed the animal. And the hospital, you can work there as like a person take care the people that sick, or the old people stay in the hospital. So this one is the place that you can work as volunteer, right? Okay, so now let's move to the next one. Okay, so volunteer work, the thing that you can have is me like the first one, working with the pets or other animals. And number 2 is head community. As you know already, when you volunteer, you need to find the way that you can help them, like you working with the pet or animal, like you feed the animal, or you feed the dog or the cat, right? Help the community is like help your country or help your organization, right? Okay, that's why we call it help community. So right now let's move to the next one. Okay, so this one teacher want you to practice. Okay, so our practice today is like you ask your partner and write down their answer. So teacher have 4 columns in here. The first one we have name, the second one we have where, And the third one we have how, and the last one we have when. So the question that we need to use for us, we have three questions is where do you want to volunteer, how would you have, when can you do it, right? Okay, so now let me ask my partner, and after that my partner will answer, and that one is we'll go to our column in this one, right? Okay, so the first one is we talk about name. So what the question that we need to ask is what's your name? Okay, so her name is Andy, right? Okay, so now let's move to the second question is where do you want to volunteer? Okay, so now let's check my answer. Great, so the place that she want to volunteer is on a farm, right? Okay, so now let's move to column 3 is how would you have? So how can she have? She have what? So now let's check. Okay, so she can have like feed and wash the animal, right? Okay, so now move to the last column is when can you do it? When can you do it? Okay, so check her answer is after school or on the weekend. So this one is my partner answer, right? That's right, teacher. Write down my partner already into this column that we have name, where, how, and when. So teacher want you to practice this one also at your house, but you can ask your family member if you don't have partner. But if you want to have partner, you can ask them in our group, and after that you can write down the answer into your book also. So now let's move to the next one. Okay, so after you finish writing in our column already, you need to write about your partner one more. Like my partner's name is Andy. He wants to volunteer on a farm. He would have the farmer feed and wash the animals. He can volunteer after school and on the weekend, right? Okay, so after you complete in this column already that I show it to you right now, you need to write in paragraph like this about your partner. So you can write into your book on page 83, right? Okay, so I hope that you understand our lesson for today. So this one is our page that you need to complete the name, where, how, and when. After that, you need to write about your partner that related with exercise B, right? Okay, so teacher hope that you can do it as well, and when finished you need to take a photo, send it to teacher by personal telegram. Okay, so now it's time for our first session, so see you again for second session. Goodbye everyone, have a nice day.